I'd like to show you around my space. This is where I do my work, create my characters. These are some of the foreign editions of my work. Lots of times I lose my nerve and lose my confidence, and I have to look over there and remind myself that, oh yeah, I actually do have a publishing life. I'm not a phony. This is a present that my wife gave me. It is, as you can see, a fountain and on the wall. I like the very quiet sound of water. Very often when I get stuck, I like to get away from the computer and go to a stream or go to the ocean sometimes and just listen to the sound of the water and watch the movement of the water. There's something about the flow of water that sort of frees me up and lots of times gets me unstuck. This is the desk that I use, or the table that I use when I'm preparing my work for the women. So this is my teaching desk. I do some volunteer work at a women's prison here in Connecticut, and I've been running a writing program there for about 14 years. And so when the women give me their work, I'll sit at this desk and go through their essays or whatever they happen to write for that week and prepare it for class. This is a photograph by a former Life magazine photographer named Arthur Rickerby. And it's a picture of the terrible era in America when there was an attempt to integrate the segregated schools in the South. I believe this is Arkansas, and I believe this was a Life magazine photograph. I keep this here because I very often focus on the powerless person who is sort of at the hands of powerful people or a powerful group that is misusing their power. And so we have here a young woman, high school age, who is going to be walking into the school that was formerly only for white kids. And these guys are giving her the finger and laughing at her and having a great old time. It's a study in cowardice and bravery, and it sort of reminds me of what I'm trying to do in the stories that I create. Now, if you come over here, of course, because I'm a writer, I'm also a reader. I've got a picture of my 3 boys. My wife and I have 3 sons. They're all grown up and out of the house at this point. Here are a couple of pictures that were taken when I appeared on the Oprah show for the book club. This was my original trip to Oprah's Chicago studio for She's Come Undone. And this is when she chose a second novel that I had written, I Know This Much Is True. This is where I do a lot of my writing. It is, I like it because I can look out onto the woods. We recently had a tree come down during the blizzard, and so that has yet to be taken care of. But we have a lot of friends in nature, and so I can look up from the computer screen and see deer, lots of times fawns and their parents strolling around trying to get something to eat. And I've seen foxes out here. I've seen owls, and it's really a great spot. I feel really very lucky to be able to work here. Over here, these are some of my good luck tchotchkes. These are by and large, it's the gods and goddesses of the ancient Greek world, and because my work is sort of has a backbone of mythology to it, I like to think that the gods and goddesses are all kind of looking at me while I'm working. This is a picture of one of the Rheingold girls. When I wrote The Hour I First Believe, I told the story of the Miss Rheingold contest, which was a promotional juggernaut for for a New York and New England beer called Rheingold, and every year they had a contest, an election, and the prettiest girl was from, according to the ballot box, she was named Miss Rheingold, and she was in advertising for the year. I've also met several of the former Miss Rheingolds fairly recently. They're all in their 70s at this point, and some of them have actually passed away at this point. But it was really fun. I went to New York and met some of the Rheingold beauty queens. I like to get away from the computer and go on out here and just sort of watch and listen to the natural sounds. I like the change of seasons that Connecticut offers, and of course it's a whole different thing when the trees sort of fill in and you hear the sounds of the birds coming back and so forth. It reminds me on a daily basis of really how small I am and how insignificant and how short life can be. And so you've got to make the most of it. And by that, I mean not only being thankful for what you have and what your gifts are, but also giving back as much as you can. So it's the perfect setting for me, and I'm glad I had a chance to show it to you. Thank you. Now where is Java? Java, come on, girl. Come on, girl.